How y'all doing? My name's Alex Burton with Wide Open Spaces, and I'm going to show y'all how to make this tripod for your next camping trip. Alright, to start, first you're going to need 3 poles, and all of them need to be about 5 foot tall, and you want them to be at least about 1 inch thick and no less than 3/4. And that's just for stability, and you can use green wood, but fresh dead wood is still standing. It's has some strength to it. Will work just as well. And then you're also going to need about 8 foot of some kind of cordage. Paracord works. I prefer to use twine. It's more natural. It also can double as fire tinder if you ever need it. So you'll need at least 6 to 8 foot, depending on how thick your poles are. So what you're going to do is unravel your cordage. You're going to start with 1 pole, and you're going to tie a clove hitch to it to start. So you're going to wrap it around once, make an X, come back around, and go back through. So there's our clove hitch. So next, you're gonna bring your other poles. You want to get them all about even. You want to get them all about the same height, and you're going to start lashing them together. You're going to go in a circular pattern, and you're just going to weave in between them in an over-under pattern. So that one goes over, under, and you want to kind of keep them tight to where they're staying together, but not too tight that you can't get them to move at the end. I'm going to go do the weave pattern about 3 or 4 times. Not there, it's catching on. Alright. And after you get that done, pull it pretty tight, and you're going to start going underneath, and you're going to want to wrap it around this part right here. So you want to go in, wrap that, the only bad thing about twine is it's pretty catchy. But you want to wrap, pull that tight, go over to the other side and do the same thing, and that's just going to help draw them together. And it also creates a natural spacing between them. You just want to wrap that around about probably 4 or 5 times would be good enough. So keep going like that. Pull that tight. And then I like to weave back through a few more times, doing that over-under pattern. Alright, and then I'll wrap it around this big one here 3 times, and then you just use a quick knot, whatever you want to do. I just use a quick release knot, so when I'm done it's easy to take down. And Pull that through, and there it is. So now that you got your tripod together, all you got to do is step back, place it over top where your fire is going to be, and just spread the poles out evenly. And you got yourself a very strong tripod. Now, if you need something to hang your pots and pans from while you're cooking, where you can raise and lower them pretty easily from the fire, whether you're boiling water, warming some stew, whatever you're doing, you can make you one of these. Now, all I did was find me, it was actually one of the branches off one of these trees I cut down in the back here that I used for the tripod. And you want to find yourself one that's got a pretty good, strong hook right there on it. And that's what you'll actually use to hook your pots and pans on. And then up here at the top, I just cut myself a little notch and wrap some twine through it. And that's what I'll use to secure it on to raise and lower it. And what you'll do is just pick apart, drape it over. And as you can see, you safely stand back away from your fire while you're raising and lowering your pots and pans. Right over top the fire, like you can literally drop your pot right down in the fire if you wanted to, and then once it warms up or boils, you just lift it back up, let it cool, do whatever you're going to do with it. And another thing too, if you want to put a peg in the ground or anything else, or I got a tree back here, you can just put it where you want it, wrap it a couple times around the tree, and then it's nice and secure, ready to go. And once again, I'm Alex Burton with Wide Open Spaces, and that's how you make a tripod for camping or backpacking.